friends, let's do a currently inked video. I want to showcase my Myers Pen Co. pens. Yes, I inked them all up, well, except for Candy Shop. I think it's in storage right now, but that was already shown here before in my currently inked videos. But yeah, so enjoying inking up all of these MPC pens. So I am using my Midori notebook. This is the A5. It's in a Hobonichi cover. Oops. Okay. And oh, so for that, let's put the date. It's just so I have a date already on my currently inked. 3/13. Okay, so we'll just start from left to right. So this is the Myers Pen Co. Alpha model. This one doesn't post, but this one is, so this is their largest pen. And you get a lot of resin in this one because it's such a huge pen and I love it. So this is the last rose. It has an FPR Ultra Flex nib. So let's try it out. Myers. It's very flexy, so I remind myself not to flex too much because then I run out of ink. Okay. So there's what we call some real roading there. I think it's a little slow. So as you could tell, there's a lot of hard stops. There's railroading happening. It was very bright in the beginning, but that's because I guess a lot of the ink already in the feed. And then it was just so slow. So I think, I don't know, I'm gonna give this one a D. When it's writing, it's wonderful, but then, I mean, look, since I stopped, it's thick again. Anyway, I'm sure there is a way. Yeah, see, it does that. So if you guys know what I need to do, probably just need a different ink, honestly, because I have another FPR Ultra Flex and it's okay with that ink. So anyway, so yeah, a D. Okay, next is the MPC Mia Petite tiny pen. Here, yeah, so this is the alpha right here, the Petite Mia Petite. So really tiny. I like it. It posts. So this is MPC Mia Petite FPR Flex. This is the resin is Promise of Spring. And this one is a mix of Ferris Wheel Press emerald greens and Sailor Koki. So I just put some leftover emerald greens with the Koki. So it's so far working. I don't even see any shimmer. This one I'll give an A. So okay. The next, this is an alpha MPC alpha exotic orchid. Yeah, you've seen this before. Exotic orchid with the silver, the gold, the lilac. Ooh, so pretty. This has the FPR Flex. I am using Ferris Wheel Press gold plated tresses, I think. Love it. This one is an A+. Now you see the shimmer. Pretty. Look at that. Nice match, right? That one too. This one, I know I gave it a D anyway. We'll find a different ink. Another Mia Petite. This one is a Dirty Shirley. Tiny, so cute. Again, let's put it in comparison to an alpha. all there's silver, bluish, gold glitter. I love it. So MPC Mia Petite 30 Shirley, and oh, this is an FPR Ultra Flex. So this is an Ultra Flex. This one I had issues. This one not really. This is the Sailor Kosu Mosu. So it's definitely an ink pairing problem, but not necessarily the nib problem, or maybe both, I don't know. This one is an A. Give it an A. An Omega pen with a clip. Yes, this one is the Java Jolt. So this is my first MPC pen with a clip, and I love it. It's so pretty. Look at this one. I was debating between Death by Chocolate or Godiva, like a truffle, chocolate truffle. But this one, I love coffee, and this is like the swirl of that cream, you know, when you just add it and you haven't mixed it in your latte. Look at that. Wow. Anyway, mesmerizing. MPC. This one is an Omega. Oops. Well, hard start. Omega. This one posts Java Jolt with a clip. One is an FPR Flex. Okay. Winter. We'll pause. Got that one. I think it's a good pairing. Let's try. Oops. Keep forgetting. Right? That's a good pairing. All right. Next is a another pink sparkler. This one, I think, is a smaller version of their Alpha. So this is the 5th pen that Alan of Myers Pen Co. made. It's a very special item. And I think that's when he was trying, you know, different models and everything, because even though this is probably in between an Alpha and an Omega, it doesn't post like an Alpha, but it's a little smaller, maybe like an Omega. So anyway, so this is the MPC number 5 in sparkly pink. Oopsie. I have a very shimmery ink in here, hence the stops sometimes. It's very glittery, and I forgot to just roll it in between my hands. Sparkly pink has an FPR bold, and I have another Ferris wheel press Serpentine blooms here. It's a pretty thing, but yeah, you just have to remember, or I have to remember, to just make sure that all the shimmer particles are all mixed up, because you can see it here, very glittery. But then the rest, not much. Oh, wow, you can even see. It's probably starting to clog up. This is an A, except when it has hard stops, right? Okay. Next is what I call my Elsa pen. So this is the snow cone. It is in a Omega model. And doesn't it look so much like Elsa Frozen? So even though it says snow cone, I'm calling it Elsa. I let him choose, and he said, how about a stub nib 1.5? So I said, perfect. So MPC Elsa, oops, snow cone. This is Omega and has a Joe nib number 6 and a stub 1.5. So the stub, if you are not familiar with the stub, you can see that it has a very broad tip. So the downstrokes are very, very broad. But then the side strokes are thin because it is still thin. And the Vinta, the ink that I have in here is the Vinta. I just inked this up, so this one. Vinta Astro 19, is it 1980 or 1988? 1988, I think. I don't know, I can't read it, it's too tiny. But it's the Android Teal. I think I chose a pretty matchy color. Look at the teal. So this one, I am pretty happy with the pairing. This one is an A+. This is Elsa. This is the Champagne Nights, and it is such a beautiful gold color with all the glitter and sparkles. I'm just mesmerized. These pens are just so beautiful. This one came with an FPR Ultra Flex, but again, I was having issues, and part of that was because I chose some really glittery inks. I probably should not have done that. So I wanted to enjoy the pen some more, but I was getting frustrated with the Ultra Flex, so I just changed it to my other Opus 88 nib. This is the medium. I think this was the nib in my other pen creation. It's not inked up right now, obviously. So MPC, this is an Omega. I know so because I was able to post it. MPC Champagne Nights Omega. Initially with FPR Ultra Flex. And then I swapped it with my Opus 88 nib in the medium. I think it's, gosh, I forgot already, but Ferris will press Oyster Hour. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I have a lot of Ferris wheel press. Ferris wheel press. This is a Sailor, but Vinta, Ferris wheel press, Vinta, Ferris wheel press. Okay. And for the last MPC pen is the Opaline. Please let me know how to say it. I'll have to look it up, how to say it. I had to look up like how to say the name. Opaline seems to be the majority pronunciation, but then I saw on a Merriam-Webster that it's Opaline. So maybe one is British pronunciation. I don't know. So Opaline, however you say it. I like this one. It's white, but it has a rainbow of colors. Here it's yellow. I see some pink, which is my favorite color, blue, my favorite color. I see green, maybe some gray. Whichever way the light hits the pen and you move it around, the color changes and shifts. So maybe even like a coral color here, but then when I move it, it's probably pink. No, it's still red. Purple or blue, pink. So it's really pretty. So this is an alpha because I can't post. And this one has an FPR bold. FPR, MPC, Opaline, alpha with FPR bold. I wonder, maybe this came with an FPR Ultra Flex too and they changed it to a bold. Yeah. I was having a hard week last week trying to get used to the Ultra Flex, and I was getting really frustrated. I'm not giving up because obviously here this worked very well. Sailor ink with this nib. So I just have to change the ink pairings and see. So MPC Opaline Alpha with FPR Bold, and this one is the Diamine Ink Vent Polar Glow. This one is definitely A+. Very pretty. Oh, I forgot to give them once a grade. This one's an A. I don't know. Honestly, I feel like A+. Depends on my mood. I'm happy with it if I give it an A. So far looks like this one's the only one that failed, the very first one. So I have other pens that are inked up, but they are not Myers Pen Co. I'll just briefly show them here, but you've seen my Pilot Vanishing Point. I got it secondhand. I have it with Diamine Earl Grey. This is my Sailor PGS, Pro Gear Slim. It's very tiny. Actually, where's the Petite? I mean, even with the Mia Petite, which is a tiny pen for MPC, this one's still so much tinier. So this is my Sailor PGS Momo. I love this one, obviously, because it's pink. As much as I love my bold stub nibs, flexi nibs, where it just puts down a lot of ink, Sailor Platinum Pilot, I like them because I use a lot of Hobonichi and they're tiny grids. So if I want to write small, then it really helps because it's such a fine nib. This is a Momo. I think this one have 14 karat? Yeah, I think it has 14 karat. Yes, 14 karat. This one is 0252. So you can barely read it. It's not as legible. Depends on the paper too. You've seen this one, Esterbrook ST. I have it still in the Vinta Burnt Sugar. This one, I inked it up with so much ink, and since it's an extra fine, oh, I'm finally almost done with it. Well, not really. There's still quite a bit. It took forever to finish this because it doesn't put a lot of ink down. Obviously, it's an extra fine. This is a Platinum 3776 extra fine. And it's Sushi? I don't know about the spelling. This is the red. Again, the spelling, I'm not sure. This one's still an A. This one, I like it, but maybe a C. It's not as legible. Not really a great pairing. Here. Serpentine SD. Tortoiseshell. Elastic fine. This one is a Venta Burnt Sugar. And my Serpentine Vanishing Point Black, a secondhand pen with Diamine Earl Grey. This one's an A+. I re-inked this one. I ran out of ink on this one actually, and I liked it. I was bringing it to work, so I inked it up some more. This one, A+. All right, thanks for watching. Let's move this out of the way and I could showcase all of my MPC pens. So here they are. Pretty, pretty. Oh, here they are. All different looking pens. I like this. Look at that. Pretty. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Bye. Just kidding. This is not goodbye. I actually re-inked the last rows. I chose a Kobe ink, which typically works as well as a Sailor, I think, or a Diamine. So it is a much better pen and ink pairing. This is the Kobe Bordeaux. You still have to prime when you start writing, but then after that, you don't have to keep stopping in between letters or words. So much happier with this combination. Thanks for watching. Bye.